I know it's not mining related, but I'm headed to a mine up in the hills there. And you gotta appreciate all these old cars abandoned out in the desert. I mean, these are 1950s, 1960s. These are old. It would take a fair amount to get them running again, but still appreciate them. Old trucks back there. Cadillac. Yeah, I'm afraid it would take a lot to get that that engine going again. Cool old trucks here. Here's a look from this side. I know the light's terrible right now, but what can I do? Old Studebaker. Imperial. That's got some character. Cool pickup truck here. Cool stuff. Alright, let's get on up to the mine. We have an interesting one here. You can see there's a head frame for a shaft right there. And then down at the bottom here, there is actually an adit running on in. You see the there's a chute running down here from where the head frame comes out. And it's an enormous chute actually. Look at the size of this chute, you guys. That's probably 4 feet across. Fair amount of waste rock in it right now. But man, look at that. That is a cool sight. And then inside the attic here, I can see another ore chute there. So let's head on in and see how this all ties together, because I'm interested in this one. As I said, there's that ore chute on the right. Another pretty big ore chute. Oh, this one's all plugged up. And then here we are. So there's another chute here, some stuff on the ground here. And then there's another chute here. And this ties directly into the head frame, because this is the shaft running down this way. Obviously an incline shaft. See, this adit just stops right there. And then the mine runs off down into the darkness there. And there's a manway right here. So we'll head down there since that's an incline. Just give you a quick view up head frame here. You can see the rail on the side right there. And then there's a look up and out of this shaft. I lifted up that trap door that was covering the manway here. And like I said, we're going to head down that way. So I will pick up filming once I've started down somewhere down there. While we're here, I noticed, as I was taking a closer look at the head frame, there are these stoppers right here. And so I imagine there's probably a hinge or something somewhere over there that would raise and lower this so they could block skip cars and ore cars from coming down here if they didn't want them to. Interesting. So, like I said, I'm going to start heading down there. Alright, I've made it down to the first drift level off the manway, coming down that way. To my immediate left, just ends right here. And there's the barrel right there. You can see the manway and the shaft continue down that way into the darkness. And of course we'll continue down there. There is a drift level running off this way, and then here's the view up the shaft. There, that's the head frame is up top. Okay, there's a look back where we just came from. I was filming from over there a moment ago. Another view of the shaft and some of the associated woodwork, I should say. And here is the drift in front of us. Goes back as far as I can see that way. Very spacious back here, and it's echoing. Okay, we've got something running off here too. Looks like it just stops right there. And okay, just a little pocket right there. I'll check this one out on the left, just because I don't think it goes back that far. Actually, I imagine this drops down to the shaft. Like the remains of a trestle here. And enormous rail right there. That's like train rail. I mean, full-on locomotive rail. I'm not sure what that was for. And there is an ore chute down there. So this was an ore chute. Pretty well supported, obviously. And so they would take material from there, run it down here, and then drop it down there to where it would meet up with the shaft there. I was just filming there. Let's see where this main drift goes in front of us. Okay, so there's something going to the left here. A barrel, obviously. Okay, that just goes there and stops. See some rail right there. Coming out here. There's a bunch of rail right here. And you can see that there used to be rail along this main drift, because you can see the ties here, but there isn't anything now. Okay, still running ahead that way. Alright, there's more rail here on the left. And something running over here. Looks like it plunges down. Let's go take a look. Oh, wow. Wow. Wow, this is a big stope. Can you hear my voice echoing? Man. It looks like there's another drift that ties in up there. This, holy shit. That looks like water down there. There's some sunlight coming in there. And it takes off over there too. I can't really tell how far. This is enormous. Okay. And there's something running back here too. Oh, but man, I just looked up. If you look above us, you can see daylight up there too. To a huge stoped out area up there. So there are some gigantic stopes in here. Man. I've only seen a handful of mines with stopes this big. Interesting. So that's the section where we just were with a huge stope, and the main drift carries on this way. There's another little side drift right here, and I would bet quite a lot that that ties into that huge stope as well. So let's go get another view of that. And get a better view of that over there. It looks like that stops down there, but that still runs back quite a ways. And I'm almost certain that's water right there. There's a view down, another view up. That was just right over there a moment ago. And runs up there. Man, this is echoing like a cathedral. That's pretty wild. Just enormous stope. And then, like I said earlier, it runs off up here too. And I can actually scramble up this. So let me get up there and I'll rejoin you there. Okay, I was just down there a moment ago filming, and I've climbed up on this little outcrop here, and you can see the stope drops off down there more and fills up a huge cavern here. There's a view out somewhere to the surface, and of course it drops down all along here, and who knows how far down there. Just in front of me here, I noticed a dead hawk, which is unfortunate, but circle of life and all. So, the size of that boulder. That's the size of a big truck, that boulder right there. So, imagine that coming crashing down from somewhere up there. Wow. Anyway, as I was starting to say, I will go back to that main drift and pick things up there. That's where we were just visiting that big stope, and I just noticed those drill holes right there. That's kind of cool. And the main drift keeps running ahead of us that way. There's something there. I can't tell if it's the end or what, but we'll see soon enough. And what do you know, there's another window out to that big stope, a ladder there. So let's see here. A moment ago, we were standing sort of around the side up there. So this is looking down that huge stope we saw a moment ago. That's water down there. The lower levels of this mine appear to be flooded. We just came from there, and we're continuing down the main drift here. Lots of scraps of wood and things like that. This, I'm sure at one time, ran out to that stope as well, but with all the debris that came down, it's been plugged up. It's alright, you guys are probably very used to that view now anyway. A rope hanging there. Some big boards back here. Still running ahead. Some rail there. Something off to the left here. Okay, it just runs back and stops right there. And there's all kinds of wood and stuff piled up here. Hard to discern its purpose at this point. And this keeps running here until it stops right there. That is the end right there, but it looks like there might be something off to the right here. Okay, looks like they ran up there. I can't tell how far up that goes. Let me look. Okay, I made it up into that section that was going up, and it runs up to
connect to that huge stope, I believe. Either way, that's the surface. So I suspect this was an ore pass. They would dump the rock down through here and then haul it out through the main adit below. Interesting. Well, that was an interesting first level. Let's go check out the next drift level down on the main shaft. So I'll head back to the shaft and head on down. I'm in the middle of the shaft now, headed down to the next level, and I've stopped because if you look down there, that is water. Unfortunately, this mine is flooded up above the next drift level down, and I don't feel like diving in that. So unfortunately, this is as far as we're going to go. I looked and there are no other drift levels running off before we get down to that one. One interesting thing here, do you remember that ore chute that was in the very first room off to the left on that little side drift when we first started out on the main drift to the right? That's it right there. So they would have brought a skip car up to there, dumped the ore down to it, and then hauled it up right over where I am right now. So yeah, obviously that was water in the large stope that we saw farther down that main drift to the right, and it extends over here as well. So not that extensive of an area that we're able to explore, but cool mine all the same. Yeah, I like this one. I was curious where that large stope opened up out into the world, so I hiked up the hill a ways. That's the hill above mine, and you can see that there's not one, not two, but three large stopes back here. That one drops down to the one beneath it, but that one is the one that we were checking out, and there are the remains of an adit down below us, and that's it right there. And so I'm sure that that adit below us emptied out these additional stopes right here. Pretty amazing. This I wish there was something I wish somebody was down there so I could show you guys the scale, but that's probably 25-30 feet, right? Sorry, my finger's messing up the light. That is about 25-30 feet. That's about 25-30 feet across, and the same with that one. So this whole thing is easily more than 100 feet across from side to side. So just give you guys a sense of scale. There's the head frame down there, just so you can understand where that is in relation to everything. Pretty impressive sight, I have to say. I'm really impressed by these stopes.